Hey ladies and gentlemen, so today I'm going to be looking at Loftus's experiment with eyewitness testimony. So first we need to look at memory reconstruction. So memory reconstruction involves combining stored information with other available information to form a more complete and accurate memory. This can cause errors in the memory if incorrect information is added to the memory. So think about your early childhood memories. There is a good chance that what you actually remember about them isn't entirely accurate. The memories themselves have holes in them, things that you can't recall exactly. So your memory's trying to reconstruct it and make it whole again. So when we form a long-term memory, we encode and organize the details of the memory throughout different areas of the brain. They are linked together within neural networks. When the memory is later retrieved, we retrieve the encoded elements and reconstruct the memory. In this process, we tend to contribute errors and distortions, and if we continue to do this, we tend to add additional information each time that we recall it. So Loftus was very interested in the whole idea of reconstructed memories, right? And she was particularly interested in the fact that if we're reconstructing our memories, how does this actually affect eyewitness testimony? And they're saying that reconstructed memories actually can be fallible. So there's a possibility that they're wrong. And many trials that relied solely on eyewitness testimony have been proven to be wrong. And it's been researched extensively by Elizabeth Loftus, so you need to remember her name. So Elizabeth Loftus did look at eyewitness testimony. So eyewitness testimony is a first-hand account given by an individual of an event that they have seen. It is often used by police and in courts. Now, originally the court system only used eyewitness testimony and didn't give much base to evidence. However, now it's just used as an additional form of evidence. So Loftus found that eyewitness testimony is not always accurate, as eyewitnesses can reconstruct their memory. So they're adding additional information, especially from what they hear in the news or what they've heard from other people who also witnessed it. And this means that the reconstruction can be incorrect. Their memories can also be manipulated by leading questions. And leading questions are any questions that suggest a desirable answer. So for example, how fast were you going when you ran that stop sign? That gives the impression that you actually did run the stop sign. It also gives the impression that you're going fast, right? So it's giving a hint to what the desirable answer should be. So Loftus did a couple of different experiments, but the main two ones were the influence of question wording on memory reconstruction. So in the first study, she had 45 uni students were each shown 7 short videos of car accidents, ranging from 5 to 30 seconds long. After viewing each video, the participants were asked to write a description of the accident they had just seen and answer some questions, including a leading question. There were 5 conditions in the experiment, with 9 participants randomly assigned to each condition. In each condition, a different verb was used in the question. The question asked how fast were the cars going when they something each other. It was completed with each of the following words: smashed, collided, bumped, hit, and contacted. What they found was that the verb influenced the speed estimate. So if you said smashed, then they were going at 40.5 miles per hour. If it was just contacted, then it was 31.8 miles. So just changing one word actually affected what the eyewitness saw or perceived that they saw. In the second study, she went with 150 uni students, and we're already seeing that if it's with uni students, we already see a problem here, right? She's only focused on uni students and not the wider population. But moving on. So they were shown a 1-minute video that included a 4-second scene of a car crash. There were 3 different groups or conditions. Group 1 was asked about how fast the cars were going when they smashed into each other. Group 2 was asked about how fast were the cars going when they hit each other. and group 3 was not asked a question about the speed of the cars. Smashed, they would say that it was 10.46 miles per hour, and hit was 8 miles per hour. So once again, the wording did actually change the witnesses' perception of how fast they were going. A week later, they had to answer a number of questions about the crash. The critical question was, did you see any broken glass? More participants who had been given the question with the word smashed reported seeing broken glass than those who had had the word hit. There was no broken glass at the scene. So the whole idea about did you see any broken glass is a leading question. It's stating that there was glass, and it's giving an undesirable question. And these people, so these 16 and this 7, would be unreliable witnesses. So I've just sort of broken it down. To be honest, I've stolen this, right? So Elizabeth Loftus has stated that memory is reconstructive, right? Eyewitnesses are unreliable because the memory of an event can be affected by the type of questions used, right? Which are what's known as leading questions. New information suggested that after an event can be encoded into the original memory, resulting in the memory being inaccurate. So think about the glass. They assumed that because they're asking questions about it, that it existed, and they now put that in their memory. So the aim, and you need to know the aim and different features of the experiments, was to investigate the effects of leading questions on the accuracy of eyewitness and immediate recall. And I've already gone through what the experiment was about, but this sort of breaks it down a little further. And this is what they found in regards to finding. With a conclusion, questioning, the form of questioning can have a significant effect on witness answer, and leading questions provide post-event information which can be stored and affect the original memory forever, and it does reduce the accuracy of eyewitness testimony. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.